Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Mahfia here, bringing you a syncing tutorial. I'm going to be syncing with Twixtor, and yeah, I'm just going to be syncing some sniping clips. Probably just going to sync this one sniping clip. So what I've done right now is I've marked the beats to this song. This is going to be kind of like a chill song, so you might have to change the sync around depending on what you want. So let's just drag in Twixtor. I have my own preset Twixtor, which I'll put in the description below the download link. But we're just going to use normal Twixtor. So we're just going to have no presets right now. So Twixtor, and here we go. So we're going to change the frame input to 59.94. Motion vectors to no, and contrast. Bring this down to 0. Take off this. Put this on nearest, and keyframe before the first beat. So I just marked all these beats, just some simple beats. So keyframe before the first beat, 100, and then move one keyframe forward, which should just start like at the start of the beat, so where the clip starts, and then go to 250. I usually do 250, and you can mess around, like you can do 350 if you really want, or if you can do 150 if it's like really slow, I don't know. But I usually do 250, so this is just a basic sync. So 250, 50, 250, 50, okay, and now we just press U to open up the keyframes. You highlight all of these, click F9, and they should be easy eased. Now we need to go into graph editor to make them like smoothen these points out, because right now this is just linear, like it's just like really simple sync. There's nothing to it really, no flow at all. So you have to click this this marker here, this thing here. It's called graph editor. You go into this. Right now it's in speed graph. I'm just going to change it to value graph, but it should be like this when you open it. And you have to highlight all these bottom points, and then hold shift and drag it to the left all the way, hold shift and drag it to the right all the way, and the same with the top, but you don't drag it down as much, and you don't need to hold shift in this, so drag it down slightly, I'd say about here, and then drag these ones a little bit lower than the previous ones, so you can do something like that. I just realized that these ones are not, it's acting weird. Hang on. I would do this. Yeah, this is weird. Alright, we'll just leave it like that. Alright, and now we want the first shot to be on this first point. So what we do is go back. We can cut the clip over here and then extend it if we need more or anything like that. So we go on this marker, drag this along until where the first shot is. So I don't know where the clip exactly starts. Okay, it starts here. So alright, so he misses. Wait, does he miss that? Or so I'm just gonna make it start here. Yeah, yeah, that. Alright, that's actually pretty smooth. I think it should be a little bit more intense. Although it's a chill song, I think it should be a little bit more intense. Like you can see how it looks like with your song, but I'm just going to bring it a little bit higher. So I'm going to bring it to 350. I know that seems a lot, but just mess around with it. Like you can go to 500. Like I think that's way too much, but like just depends on what you want. And this is just like basic syncing. You can just change around the keyframes. You can put 2 beats in, or 50 in the middle if you want. If you don't, then like that's fine. That's what you want. Okay, I'm just gonna add a few more markers because this is just really like, I thought this was enough, but I'm just gonna make it go to the end. So I'm just gonna quickly do this. So I'm gonna add 2 markers because this is this is really like, there's a large gap between the 2 markers. So I'm just gonna put 50 here, and then go a bit forward and put 50 here, and then 350. This will just help with flow, because if you just put 150 in the middle, it might look good when you graph editor it, but it will just look like it'll flow better right now. I think it'll flow better with the song, and then we can mess around with it if it doesn't look as good. So I'm just trying to make this as small as possible, the video as short as possible, so I can just give you the basics on how to sync, because if this is the way to sync every clip, everyone will be a beast editor, you know. Well, I'm not saying I'm a beast editor, but I'm just saying, like, there's many tutorials out there which is like syncing. It's just, I fucking can't even speak right now, sorry. Alright, so let's just quickly do these, drag these all the way to the bottom, move these down like so. It's already done, so we have to just do these. Alright, should be fine. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Timing mapping is also like a good way of syncing. I really like using timing map. It's a bit more intense than Twixtor, but again, like, it's your personal preference. So this is kind of synced perfectly right here. So it starts here, he shoots here, and then he pulls back the sniper thing back. Like, that's like properly synced. So at this point he pulls the Colt back, or whatever you want to call it. And then here we want him to shoot. Yeah, we want him to shoot. You can change the speed. You can make this really slow here and then change the speed here. You can mess around with the graph editor, but I'm going to make it a little bit faster than it is right now. So I'm going to go into graph editor and just drag this a little bit up. Just give it a little bit of like speed. And over here I'm just going to press Control Shift D, and it will cut this clip. So yeah, and now since you've cut the clip, it's not going to be like, Twixtor is going to be only on this, so it's not going to affect this clip. So you have to go here and just change the color source to 1, because this is 1, because it was 2. It was 1 at the beginning, but now you have to change it back to that. So yeah, and now we just drag this along to where he shoots, basically there, and that's perfect. And now I'm going to do this, and then that's it, to be honest. Is that it? 1, 2. I think we started the clip a bit too late. It's just like a quad feed, I think. 1, 2. And I'm just going to end it here. We synced a bit too much. Okay. I'm going to bring this keyframe 1 before, because this is where the next clip is going to start. So Control Shift D, and you can cut this bit off. So let's see how this looks like. Okay. That is perfect. The only problem I have, again, here is not slow enough. He shoots and then it still stays fast. Like, not really. It doesn't flow as good as I thought. And this is because this is like a really big space, these two keyframes. There's like a large space in between, so I'm just going to drag this 50 here and put another 50 here. So there's two 50s like we did before, but we didn't use that because we didn't need that. So all we have to do is highlight these, shift drag, I can't speak, sorry. Okay, so I think that looks much better. So that flows perfectly. Yeah, I really like that thing. That's really smooth as well. So that's about it for sniping syncing. Trickshot syncing is basically the same. It's just a different type of clip. But this is it. And for cinematics, it's basically timing map. There's many tutorials there. I can put some links in the description if you want. And I hope this was helpful. Hope your editing improves. And if you need any ops, I'm on Twitter at Mahfia. So just hit me up. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.